In this video we're going to go over some arithmetic, just adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So first thing I need to do is I need to create a comment there so I know it's my arithmetic class. And this seems pretty useless right now, creating that comment down there, and it really is at this point because we're doing everything inside the main method. But it's a really good habit to get into, I think, so that we do this later on, that we have those. Later on we'll be writing programs that are really big, and we will need these comments here to help us figure out what's going on. So I created the main method using the PSVM tab. From now on I'll probably start just having this right here done whenever you start the video, because that's really not important. So we are going to go over some multiplying and dividing, adding, and subtracting. Oh, whoops. That is not what I meant to do. Anyways, let's say I want to print out 7 times 5. We all know that's 35. So I will just go to system.println, and instead of quotation marks, I just type in 7 star 5, which is 35. That's what we expected. Same thing with division. We just use the slash by the enter key. Let's go 20 divided by 4. Which that should print out 5. And we'll do a adding one, 10 plus 6, that'll be 16, and we'll do a subtracting one. Let's go 30 minus 1. And if we run this, it'll print out all these values that we would expect. Okay, so we can still make this a little bit more complicated. Let's say we have a messed up there. Anyways, harder expressions. Alright. So let's say we have something harder to calculate. We want to do 7 times 5, and then we want that to be divided by 20 over 4. So we do just what we would do really in most math classes. We type in 7 times 5, which is in parentheses 20 divided by 4. And we'll put that inside parentheses. We'll run that, and that should give us 7, so that would be 35 divided by 5, which is 7. If you're using number, you may be getting one number off. That's because of rounding error. You will only get whole numbers the way we're doing this right now. Or at least I think you will. Let's try 7 divided by 3. We'll run that. Yeah, 7 divided by 3 equals 2. We're only getting whole numbers. We'll go more into that later on, like why we're only getting whole numbers. But notice every example here I did worked out because I made sure it came out as whole numbers. So, let's say we want to put a print function in with it. Well, what you're probably thinking we could do is we could just take out the line. And let's say we want 100 minus 10. Put a space there to make that look neater. Actually, we'll do a equals sign instead. 100 minus 10 equals, and then we'll write 100 minus 10, and that should come out to 90, and it'll be all on one line. We're going to put some spaces there to make that look neater. But we have another way to do this. Let's tell the user some next part of program. So we'll put a few tabs, or a few new lines here, so we have some clean space to work with. And we'll say printing text and numbers on one line. Alright. So I want to put 100 minus 10 and the answer all in one line. What I would do is I type in 100 minus 10 equals, then we end that quotation marks right there, put a plus sign. I don't have to leave these spaces here, but it's convention too, and I think it makes it look a whole lot neater to read. And then, whenever you're doing math inside a print line, for just as a habit, I always do it inside the parentheses. So 100 minus 10 equals 90. So I think we've gone over some how to do math here. Remember, these will only give you whole numbers, so if you're about one off from what you would expect the answer to be, that's why. Remember to use parentheses whenever you're doing more than one thing at once. You don't have to, you can memorize what order everything goes in, which it uses the same order of operation rules as most things do. The multiplying and division is more important than the adding and subtracting, or, well, not more important, but it takes a higher preference, so that's going to be how that works. But if you use parentheses, you won't really have to do with that. You can just specify the order, and of course anything inside parentheses is done first. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next one, we'll be doing we'll actually write programs in the next 2 videos. The first one will be calculating our tax at a restaurant, and the one after that, I believe, will be it'll be a simple population projection. So that'll really drive home how to do these things. Hope it works out well for you. Hope your job is coming along just fine. If I haven't explained anything well in any of these tutorials, please let me know, and I'll try to clarify what I did wrong. I just hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.